So who is Tejo Trish? Tejo Trish was born Patrick James Furman. This is his felony assault against one of his wives in Gresham, Oregon. Even though he's from upstate New York, he likes Oregon. So, I am making dog food. The timer may go off. The animals might make noise, but we're going to get through this. I'm going to read it for anybody who is not on Reddit, who does not have access to Reddit, or has trouble seeing print. 3 out of 4 of Patrick's ex-wives sought orders of protection from domestic violence against Patrick. Patrick was even arrested for felony assault on his then wife. He was also charged with misdemeanor harassment and preventing her from calling 911, another misdemeanor. This monster is still openly ideating and fantasizing about murdering people, as he did openly on TikTok Live a couple days ago. We heard that, right? He wanted to murder all his squatters or his friends. If you support Tejo Trish, you are not an ally to survivors. You are an enabler. No one is falsely charged and accused of domestic violence on 5 separate occasions from 3 different women. He threatened to open my throat. His minions have also doxed my address, phone number, and threatened to pull up. Blart tracked down my son and called him. That happens to be one of his mods. Sent the police to my home, swatted, claimed that I was harassing, falsely accused me of having charges and injured people driving intoxicated, claimed to have orders of protection against me. These guys are absolutely insane, and I am still here. And I have no intention of ever backing down from these abusive creeps. She's talking about his mods. You should have picked a weaker woman, because I am not afraid of anything else you got up your sleeves, you rat hole dwellers. Someone replied, that is so crazy, and it shows what type of people they are and explains why they cover for a POS human like Patrick. They are garbage. That is insane, blah, blah, blah. Is there nothing these people have better to do? And I'm sure you would never have done that. Wow. Never happened, of course, but the vile mess they spew to divert attention from the truth has no bottom. Someone remarked, wow, that is disgusting. I'm sorry you and your son are being targeted and put through that. Who the hell gets someone swatted for no reason? They should have been charged with wasting resources time. Seems like you are being harassed to me. I hope this isn't causing you any stress. You are a brave one, that's for sure. Coming out and telling them straight, I am a strong woman. I am not afraid of you at all. Well done for you for not backing down. I want to point out that if Furman was active duty for as many years as he claims, these charges would have had a direct effect on his military standing. The thing is, there's all this, but he was not active duty at the time of the charges, okay? So she says he was not on active duty at these times. He lies about his military service. He was mostly National Guard and fell out of a truck while overseas in safe territory and landed on his head, hence military disability. The person replied, yes, I'm well aware, everybody's aware, and also well informed. I know exactly when he served, where he served, and for how long he served. Nothing in my comments suggests that I believed him. However, he has made multiple claims of long-term service of 12 years, 15 years, etc. My comment was a supplementary way to debunk a myth. He served 7 years under Army National Guard of Oregon. He was deployed to Afghanistan from March to September of 2010. He received the rank of Sergeant E5 in September 2010, PMOS 88M 20 motor transport operator, a driver. Sorry meant no disrespect. I didn't mean to come across as if I was offended. I apologize. Lost in translation. We are in total agreement. He doesn't own any weapons. Says because he doesn't want them, even under his current situation where he's having others bring theirs to the apartment, which we saw with Smoke and with that tall guy. I wonder, not Smoke. I know Smoke is tall too. I wonder if he is restricted. He had anger issues for longer than he began serving, and he's obviously not in control of his temper yet. He's not in control of anything. I believe that is why he loves to dress in little girls' clothing, because he believes it's disarming to his victims, who are women and children. He's afraid of men. That is true. He's afraid of women who aren't afraid of him. We've seen that with Riri, Walnut Tits. I thought he recently had stolen one. Him and Dobby were talking about it. Maybe I misunderstood. Oh, no. We saw it. Unfortunately, as usual, he lied about the military. She only was in the Marines for a few weeks and claimed sexual harassment by a superior, so she decided to take the easy way out, because we all know Patty is nothing but a manipulator, liar, and thief. So Patty joined the National Guard, not the full-time Army. So he spent a total of 32 days a year playing soldier. And honestly, for the most part, that's what they did, especially in Patty's MOS, job as a driver. They sit around and play cards. So this POS gets called up for active duty and gets sent to the GAN. Couldn't handle it and finally figured out how to get a way out and took full advantage of it. She gets flown to Landstuhl, Germany. She milks it and then starts causing problems there, and even was court-martialed for going against the CO's orders. And this is where the self-diagnosis all began. Onset of BPD, TBI, PTSD, dark depression, dual personalities. I could go on. We OGs know. But even this POS's DD-214 doesn't state he was discharged due to the TBI, or for that matter, anything that had to do with the military. She manipulated them so much that she was honorably discharged but can never go back banned. The DD-214 has his discharge as, quote, mental reasons, so go figure. She had all that time to lay around, recover from the boo-boo, and figure out her next manipulation plan to use to never work again but get paid. Well, Patty figured it out, and how to get followers and the MODs except one to send money. Oh, Trish, what a tangled web you weave, because you're always practicing to deceive. The devil's at your doorstep waiting for you, and you can only blame yourself. The ex says he's told the story of a family member that was released under 100% disability and that he was jealous and that it was a crock, but copied that letter and faked a few seizures to make his TBI stick. Although mixing alcohol and pills actually brought on a couple. He lies until they come true. She would turn her back on anyone that is warm and breathing, and I mean anyone, in order to slither away like a snake and hide under a rock. Well, that's for sure. It is illegal for him to have a stolen one. That's why he has for him to have a firearm. And somebody replied, it's why he has a stolen one. Yes, I sure do hope no one finds out about that. That could get a person into big trouble. With his so-called seizures and psycho issues, he claims he's probably flagged in the system and not allowed to own one, plus all of his DV charges. I'm 100% a girl's girl. Don't lay your hands on a woman, or a real one at that. Felons can't own guns. Okay, so this goes into the Supreme Court ruling about felons and guns, even though most felons have guns. Someone replied, let's also not forget the multiple times he has threatened his viewers the night his main account was shut down. He has spewed his threats and called women horrible names while live. Add in what his mods have done. His mods and some of his followers are not allies for DV survivors. Stephanie admitted to putting money on a convicted person's books while on a live. I believe it was a pedophile. These are vile people. What he did to his children as well, it's unforgivable. Somebody else wrote, it's not just him making threats to those on social media. He works in tandem with certain mods and supporters who do his bidding. Oh boy, everybody knows that. Protecting him. He and they think they are being sneaky. They are no less guilty than he is. It's a dirty game they play. And why? What's the benefit? They control his chats, no doubt. But to step outside of that and try and silence others just makes you question, what are they trying to hide? All because others call out things they see are wrong and possibly illegal. Just because someone tells you, hey, that's not right, doesn't make it hate speech or hate towards the person. They take things to the extreme, unable to control their feelings. They don't just use words, they engage into action to actually hurt people. And Patrick's threats are physical bodily harm and death, and even uses the terms kill and murder with weapons on a regular basis for the past few months. We've all seen that. And even to make someone disappear. And I've never seen his mods or supporters say, hey, that's not cool, you shouldn't say that. They just ignore it. They ignore everything. Are you kidding? Damn it. So that's where it ends. This was Saturday?
Welcome. How's it going, everybody?
Oh, June 3rd.
Much better days. My mind here right now. They're absolutely filter free.
Oh yeah, the squatting. They start squatting when I was not home. I didn't invite him in. What did you say? Oh.
Sorry, everything. Just ended. So today I have to be out. I've got like till I'm not sure exactly. Tonight or tomorrow morning. No one is helping me except for very few people. I have no idea where I'm going. Like, I didn't want people knowing where I was going, so I didn't say anything. The one person that I had actually given some money to, I was gonna get a room with, they just disappeared. So I don't have any place to go.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. So I saw this comment come up in the live stream. This Laura, not sure why she would need money. I sent her $75 the other day. I sent for medical supplies because Trish was saying she needed bandages, right? In his mind, clean and sober are not the same, so depending on how he is asked, he lies about whether he is or not. He thinks sober only applies to drinking. Clean means you aren't using drugs. He also claims clean time in between the doses. He needs serious mental help and rehab. Well, that's a no-brainer. But then I saw this. Oh yeah, I woke up and scrolled into the live. So I listened very closely. That guy in the pic is the Candyman. If you know, you know. AKA Trish's plug. Trish gave him $75 and was mad he didn't get what he ordered. This guy went off on him, saying a lot of threatening things and even hit Trish off camera. But the conversation told what was happening, and then the guy eventually said he'll be back to drop off the stuff. Meanwhile, Trish goes into his bedroom, proceeds to shoot, which was so obvious, and the plunger sound was plain as day. Then this fool was so high, he actually said, quote, I need to rinse it with hot water because you're not supposed to use the same one twice. Even the chat peeped what he was doing. And this is allowed on TikTok. And Stephanie, Sarah, Catitude, all of them are complicit in this and assisting Trish in harming and defrauding companies and people. And going real life, one of whom is a security guard and tries to say they're a cop. This is ridiculous. Don't go real life. If you want to support a drug addict, bring him into your home. Come on, Sarah, bring him into your home with your 6 children. Ridiculous. Knew about the eviction since September, and yet didn't pack, 2 hours before. I bet Trish is still at the apartment. What you want to make a bet?